Welcome back to the World of Tanks replay. This time, well, I'm playing the enemy of every tanker out there, the Arty. And this time, I'm actually in a really interesting situation. I'm the low gun on the Arty. There's 3 Artys here, and I am low gun. I am the M41 HMC. I've got the M44 with me, which is 1 level up, which is the tier 6, and then an M12, which is a tier 7, all US Arty team here. And in this case, despite not having any communication between the 3 Artys, well, let's just say that we couldn't have coordinated any better on some of these shots. Playing Arty is really an exercise in patience and pain. If your team folds fast or lets a light tank through, you're going to be in a whole world of hurt. But if you have a good team, and in this case, we do have a good team, well, things work out well as an Arty team. Now, the biggest struggle with an Arty is if your teammates don't keep a tank spotted, you've got a long reload. You've got 20 some odd second reload on a lot of these Arty. It really becomes a, please keep those tanks spotted for me. And if you can't, I'm going to guess where that tank is. And I thought I had gotten a good hit on that tank. Turns out I just missed him, but I did do enough to kind of get him to scooch up. You notice that there's no hit record for that T-20, so I didn't actually do any damage to the T-20, but probably the explosion of a shell behind him was enough to get him to move, which could be a good thing or a bad thing to my teammates. Again, the struggle is really disappearing tanks. They are the bane of the existence of an Arty. And also tanks that move all the time, unless you have a really good Arty. I do have 100% crew on this particular piece of equipment. But even then, I do have to be patient. Wasting shots is, well, never a good idea. I do have 22 shells in the container of this Arty. Chances are I'm never going to completely empty it, even a long battle. But if they'd kept these tanks lit up longer, and this is the most boring part of an Arty job, is just waiting for a tank to position itself just the right spot. Now, I could have taken the shot here, but the question is, where is that M6? I don't know. So here I'm thinking about going for the AT7. The T150 is in trouble, but that AT7 just gets on the other side of that water tower. I can't really get a good clear shot on him, and I can't get any arc over that building. So I have to unfortunately abandon my teammate. I can't do anything to help him, and he does pay the price for that. An attempt on the Churchill is a miss, which always aggravates me. That's 22 seconds I have to wait after that particular screw-up. Our team is completely eviscerated in the city at this point, so the M12 is calling for the South team to go fast. And our job now is just to try to stand. There's a single Tiger and a T-29 left. And we're basically attempting to stand with the Tiger and the T-29. Now here, unfortunately, while I did do serious damage to that AT-7, I can't save the T-29. I can't reload this tank fast enough. So that T-29 pays for that inability to reload faster. However, a shot from the Tiger pauses that Cromwell long enough for me to introduce him to my shell. So now we've gotten rid of the Cromwell. We have an AT-7, we have a T-34, and we have a Churchill somewhere. And here's one of those instances where I wish I'd pulled the trigger, but I didn't. That AT-7, I know where he's going. He's going to disappear on me. If I'd taken a shot where I thought he was going to be, I probably could have helped our Tiger a little bit better. As it was, that's not what I did. It does cost the Tiger quite dearly. We take another attempt at that T-34 and 93 hit points to him. And there's that AT-7 that I could have destroyed. Unfortunately, doesn't work. Now at this point, we have a medium tank that's come back to base to sort of provide help for us. He's going to provide some spotting. Me and the M44 took a shot at that AT-7. And then the Churchill gets tracked, which is perfect because I believe the M12 introduces him to a shell. Yeah, that was the M12. So that leaves just a T-34 that we're searching for. We're on cap now. We have 30 seconds to win. At this point, we basically have won this one. Really an exercise in patience. We did a little bit of damage, but right at the end, we find a T-34, and he becomes one of the luckiest T-34s out there. Watch what's going to happen to this poor guy. He's going to disappear. Right there. 2 shells from 2 Artys, and he's still alive, but tracked. Lucky guy as we win this particular round from Artys.